Tinubu government will clock 1 year, and Nigerians have been reviewing the government and the state of the nation. Then if you take a look at what has been happening, you will notice that there's been so much talk about the increase or a new minimum wage. And we are at the moment looking at the plight of the organized labor from the Bola Ahmed Tinubu's announcement of the removal of fuel subsidy, which he did May 29. Since then, some persons say Nigeria has never remained the same. So we're looking at that, and let's quickly join us. Joining me in the studio, I have the National President, Hotel and Personal Services Senior Staff Association and National Trustee, TVC. Ijeoma William Adegbe. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Ijeoma.
We appreciate it.
Thank you.
And via Zoom, we have two persons from Port Harcourt. The River State capital is the former NLC Deputy President and former NUPENG President, Igwe Achese. Thank you so much for joining us on the program tonight.
Thank you for having me, Ijeoma.
We appreciate it. And with him is the President, National Union of Allied Health Professionals in affiliates of TVC, Kamal Ibrahim. Kamal is joining us from Kefi via Zoom. Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We appreciate it. Okay, let's talk labor issue now. I'll begin from the studio because I saw that by now they are still meeting. Trying to see how they can meet a truce on the issue of minimum wage from 48 to 54,000. But Labour is rejecting it.
Yes, thank you so much, Ijeoma. And good evening, Nigerians. You know, right from May 29, 2023, you know, that this government was inaugurated, right from the Eagle Square, where the inauguration took place. It has been hell. The road from that time to this moment has been rough and rocky. And then to worsen the situation is all the majority of the policies of this government looks like anti-people, anti-workers, and it has put every Nigerian worker on its toes to make the ends meet. And today we are talking about the national minimum wage. You know, minimum wage is a constitutional issue and is the thing that expires April this year. Yes, we are supposed by now, implementation of the national minimum wage, the new national minimum wage is expected to be on. But as you can see today, it's discussion every day. And it seems as if the Nigerian government on its part is not taking labor serious. You know, how can you start talking about 54,000 in the present Nigeria today? How can you start talking of, you know, initially 48, now they shifted to 54. But then, let me just overflog the issue since they are there discussing today. Okay. Who knows, by now, or maybe in the near few minutes, you know, there will be a win-win situation from there.
All right. Mr. Achese, you see, this issue of minimum wage has lingered for too long, even before the 30,000 naira old minimum wage, and even the 35,000 palliative that the government announced, and they announced it some few weeks ago. It has been a very, very huge problem. But let's look at what Labour is asking for, 615,000. Is that possible in this time and in this present economic challenge that the country is faced with?
Well, Ijeoma, to be honest, the minimum wage issue has been a very challenging issue right from the onset when it was assumed to be removed as one of the major items in the exclusive list. And this is where we are. I have canvassed, honestly, for the removal of fuel subsidy, which today have been removed. But the question is, how do we manage it? How do we get into a proper economic environment that will, empower the average Nigerian as long as Nigeria economy is concerned. The issue of 600 and something thousand naira as minimum wage is something doable, but the issue I'm worried about is the ability to pay by some states in terms of challenges economically that we're consuming country. We're not a productive economic country as the case may be. And so I'm sure that you have just said the labor and the government is still interacting. They are still discussing, negotiating the way out. I'm very hopeful and positive that at the end of the day, they will come out meaningfully with a very positive result that will be possible for the system to pay.
But is our challenge, is it connected to the removal of fuel subsidy? Because you said you, before now, you had clamored for a total removal of subsidy. But looking at what is going on today, people are still thinking that the subsidy is not totally removed.
Well, Ijeoma, you're not the kind of country we find ourselves in. I'll tell you, just take for an example of where we are in Rivers State. The governor today, I'm not talking about the governor today, which is Sasinila Efubara, has taken the bold step and challenges in making sure that beyond the 30,000 minimum wage, that the state government here is paying above 30,000. In some LGAs, you hear them pay 50, some 40, as the case may be. And that is what we're talking about, a state that is committed, looking at the gaining of workers in the country. Now, at the federal level, you ask yourself, why are some of these states not being able to pay? The removal of subsidy is not a key factor. The removal of subsidy is to address the issue of arbitrary corruption that was in circle of the fuel price, because we refuse, as the seventh largest hydrocarbon nation, to refine our own petroleum product in this country. And that is why we're having the challenges we're having. If you come to Rivers State today, as the case may be, the workers in Rivers State are very happy, they are committed, and the governor himself has made a pronouncement on the workers on the May that whatever negotiation outcome at the federal level, the state is 100% ready to implement to the trade of governance as long as the state is concerned.
Okay, let's quickly go straight. Mr. Kamal, let's take a look at the first 1 year of